Hello, everyone. My name is Juan Thomas. I have the honor of serving as president of the Illinois Bar Foundation. I'm also of counsel at Clifford Law Offices in Chicago. I'm very happy today to welcome you to our next episode of our Illinois Bar Foundation podcast. And I want to welcome our guest this today, Molly MacCready, who is the executive director of Pro Bono Network that's based in Oak Park, Illinois. And Molly, first, I want to welcome you to our podcast. It's good to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Molly, one of the efforts and missions of our podcast this year is to highlight the work of the Bar Foundation, in particular, where we give and spend our money. And so when we ask lawyers to become champions of the foundation, oftentimes we should also tell them where their money is going. And I'm very happy to note that the Pro Bono Network is one of our grantees since 2014. We've given your organization over about $75,000. And so would you please let our champions and our colleagues across the state of Illinois and across the country know what is the Pro Bono Network?
Absolutely. And I will say this, I'm sure, multiple times during our conversation today, but we are really grateful for the support that we receive from the Illinois Bar Foundation. Pro Bono Network is a nonprofit based here in Illinois, and we create flexible pro bono opportunities, removing barriers to attorney volunteerism to serve people in need. We were started in 2011, so we're celebrating 15 years this year, which is an exciting milestone for us. And our purpose really has been to empower volunteer attorneys to engage in pro bono work and make it easier for them to do that successfully.
So what brought you to this work? Did you have a background in access to justice issues? I know you've worked in New Orleans and other parts of the country. Could you kind of share your personal story, your personal narrative with us?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So, the through line of my career and sort of passions through life has been about access. Not necessarily access to justice, but access to resources that allow people to make good decisions for themselves, allow them to choose and have the agency to create the life that they want. I have a master's in public health, and I have worked and lived in New Orleans, Chicago. I spent several years in Uganda and Malawi in Africa, and I've worked in access to education, access to healthcare, and now access to justice. So when I learned about this opportunity to lead Pro Bono Network, I was thrilled. It fit really nicely with the things that I think are important for people to have access to. And I come to this with 20 years of nonprofit leadership. So I've been an executive director in other places before Pro Bono Network.
That's wonderful. Could you share with us how do lawyers, first of all, volunteer for Pro Bono Network to be a pro bono lawyer? Then how do you find the communities that are in need where you match up the lawyer with the client? What kind of cases and then what kind of cases do they work on?
So many good questions. I'm going to start in the middle and work my way out, I think. So Pro Bono Network has a great model. I can't take any credit for it, but I am totally biased and I'm bought into this model. We partner with 9 different legal aid agencies around the state of Illinois. So we partner with Legal Aid Chicago, Prairie State Legal Services, Ascend Justice, Center for Disability and Elder Law, Chicago Volunteer Legal Services, Legal Counsel for Health Justice, Public Interest Law Initiative, and the Chicago Bar Association.
Mhm.
And through those partnerships, we have co-developed projects where we've identified projects that would work for our Pro Bono Network volunteers. The benefit of this is that these amazing legal aid agencies that we partner with already have the systems in place and are doing intake and have more clients than they can serve. We have the benefit of building out this network of volunteers that we support, provide the infrastructure for, create the mechanisms to make it easy and possible for them to volunteer, and take some of that off of the plate of our legal aid partners, really allowing them to build the capacity of their organization and serve more clients. So we do not find clients or do the intake. We are given those clients through our partner agencies, but we do help bring all of these attorneys in. And you asked how attorneys could get involved in this. There's many different entry points. We try to make our work as accessible as possible. The most obvious and easy way is just to email us, and we will get you started. All of our new volunteers go through an onboarding phone call with our pro bono engagement manager, Ronak Masuria. And the purpose is really to get to know you, know what you're interested in, find out what kind of opportunities you want to participate in, and then match you up with the projects that meet that criteria. We have we currently work in 4 different program areas. So we have family law, immigration law, elder law, and community law initiatives. And within those 4 areas, we have 16 to 21 projects at any given time. So a real variety of projects and practice areas.
You mentioned your email address. I'm going to ask you to repeat it at the end of the podcast today, but could you share what is that email address that people should send should contact you through to sign up?
Absolutely. So probably the easiest one to give here is info, at pbnetwork.org. So
Okay.
PB as in pro bono
Right.
network.org.
Thank you for sharing that. What is the income threshold for someone in the state of Illinois to receive pro bono legal assistance? Is there a certain number that's throughout the state, or does it depend on the type of case or what part of the state you're in? Could you kind of share how someone qualifies to receive pro bono services?
Yes, that's a great question. And what's interesting about our model is that we don't determine that income threshold. So we allow our partner agencies to determine that amount. We do gather the information from our partners about the demographics of all of the clients that we support. And so I can share with you that of the clients we supported last year in 2026, oh, sorry, we're in 2026, in 2025, the clients we supported, 47% of the clients we supported were under 100% of the federal poverty limit. Um, and then another 42% were in the 100 to 250% of that federal poverty level. So um, our clients, typically one of the eligibility criteria is their income level.
Right,
And as you know, that changes depending on the size of the household.
right.
But in 2025, the annual income for a household of one was $15,650, just to give a
Wow.
benchmark there.
Wow. And according to your website, I think 85% of low income residents' legal needs are not met. Is that a national statistic or a state of Illinois statistic?
That is a national statistic.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible to think about the number of people who are seeking legal services who simply don't have access. And the reasons
Right,
for not having access are broad. Sometimes it can be economic access, but it also can be geographic access. When people are living in rural areas, it's more difficult to access legal services. Physical ability can limit people's access. Even just knowing how technology plays a role in people's access to legal services has really changed some of the ways that we do things, both recognizing that it is a great tool to be used and we
right.
can offer virtual services and make some of those geographic differences not serve as such a gap in access, and recognizing that not everyone has good access to technology. And so,
Right.
how do we make sure we still have in-person services for people that need that?
As you well know, one of the challenges that we have in our state, particularly in the rural parts of our state, what we call south of I-80, but also even out west probably, is a lack of access to justice issues around. There's like there are certain counties that have no lawyers in them, right?
Exactly.
what can we do, in your opinion, to increase the number of lawyers that service those areas? How do we provide more services to those communities? I know we have a rural practice initiative with our state bar. How can we do better in that area?
Hmm. That's a great question, and I'm sure, as you know, the answer is multifold, right? There's lots of different ways for us to address this, but I'll give you a couple related to Pro Bono Network and some of the initiatives that we're engaged in. So we partner with the the Public Interest Law Initiative, PILI, and one of PILI's great programs is the Free Legal Answers, which is actually a national program, but they help administer the Illinois branch of it. And we partner with them on this because it is one of the ways that people can access advice from a lawyer without needing to be in person and even without the constraints of timing. So this is a program where anyone in the state of Illinois, and again, this is true nationwide, but for the Illinois version, anyone in the state of Illinois can submit a question and they'll get matched. An attorney can sign into the system and say, I'll answer one of these questions. It's an opportunity for someone to asynchronously participate when the timing works for the attorney. And so I really see this program as a great benefit to both clients and attorneys. It's easy access. It gives great flexibility for when and how someone is engaging in the conversation. And it still gives that very important access to experts who can respond and give true advice to people who honestly don't even know if they have a legal concern or not and are bringing that question um, to find out, is this something I can or should be pursuing? And if so, how?
Right. So you said you service 9 different organizations across the state.
We
How
do.
many people how many clients do you know, or do you know how many clients are being serviced through those 9 entities on an annual
Oh,
basis? Do you have any idea?
I don't know outside of our work, but I could tell you within our work.
Mhm.
So, um, let's see, over the last 15 years, well, I'll give you last year's number first, just for in
Sure.
a year. Um, Last year, we served 891 clients
Okay.
through those 9 entities. And I should clarify that our partnership with the Chicago Bar Association is for their Lawyers in the Classroom program. So we don't have any legal clients there. We are engaged in their education initiatives in the schools.
What would you say to lawyers who say, I don't have time to do pro bono work, I don't have time to volunteer, I know there's a need. Um, how do we get more lawyers involved in this work to perhaps service more people that are in need?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I'd like to say we really think that there's a place for everyone. We know that lawyers are busy. What we have seen is that, um, lawyers come in all shapes and sizes from all experiences and all of that. And so if an attorney is coming to us and says, I'm really only available in the morning on Tuesdays,
Right.
a random time. And they say, so obviously I can't volunteer. No one's going to take me just for that. We would. We would take
Okay.
you. There are opportunities, as I said, to do things asynchronously. So timing really doesn't matter. It could be, um, catching moments here and there. We
Right.
have projects where we have people sign on to participate in a clinic, either in person or virtually. And
Oh,
it's a one-time clinic. So it's a, 2 to 3 hour commitment one time. There is no work that you take home afterwards. It's done. We have other
it can be
projects.
done online. It can be
It could be
done.
done online. Some of them are online clinics. So you could be anywhere and the client could be, connecting with us from their home. Um, we also have projects that are more focused on preparation. And so, there's an initial contact with the client and maybe some follow-up,
Mhm.
a phone call or an email, but
Right.
most of it the attorney can handle in the time that they're available. We have tried to curate opportunities that really are diverse so that the availability that attorneys have can be matched with these different projects so that all attorneys can participate in pro bono work.
Do you find that lawyers that are doing this work, are they repeat customers, if you will, or do you continue to find new lawyers to do this work?
We are very happy to say that once attorneys get involved, they
Hmm.
stay involved. Whether
Good.
that means that they are doing, constantly taking new cases, or if they're doing one a year and they come back, in their low season to offer their support. And then we have other attorneys that come every month for the same clinic and are really consistent in that way. I think we when we look at volunteer engagement sort of nationwide and not specific to attorneys, we know that retention rates, so people staying involved from year to year, are not, they're not so high. I
Right.
don't know that national average number off the top of my head, but
Mhm.
I can tell you that um, PBNs, hmm, I wish I had this at my fingertips right now. PBN's retention numbers from 2024 to 2025 was something like 70%. And
No.
that's huge. So
Yeah, that's
we're
good.
really pleased with the fact that the lawyers who've gotten involved with us want to stay involved. I think it's a sign of both um, their recognition of the importance of this work and their recognition that their work matters and their involvement matters. And from everyone I've talked to, everyone wants to be making a difference and supporting clients who are in need. And unfortunately, there's lots of opportunity to do that. So we'd love to get as many people involved as are interested.
Well, we're going to do all we can to promote your work and continue to support your organization. I hear you've got an event coming up on October 1st. Could you tell us about that?
Happy to. So on October 1st, we're holding our second annual Pro Bono Network training conference. It's a one-day free training conference hosted in downtown Chicago at Chapman and Cutler, who are serving as wonderful lead sponsors. We are offering 9 different trainings throughout the day, 3 sessions with 3 concurrent training opportunities. So you've got options. Everyone who attends for the full day is eligible for 4.5 hours of CLE credit. And we are offering trainings across the spectrum of our program areas. So if you're interested in family law, we've got trainings for you. If you're interested in immigration, we've got trainings for you. Elder law, community initiative. So again, something for everyone. And it's a great opportunity not only to get trained and to get that CLE, but also to be with other volunteers and to be with other attorneys in the Chicagoland area that are passionate or interested in volunteering. We have last year, our experience of the conference was that um, just under half of the attendees were um, people who had been involved in our work before, so continuing volunteers. And then just over half were new to PBN or had
Really?
been with PBN years ago and were coming back. So it was a really neat mix of people with lots of
Hmm.
different experience with pro bono. I think the other piece I'd love to share is just um, we do really understand the importance of training. We know that attorneys are not always trained in the areas of law that we practice with Pro Bono Network,
Right.
and that's fine. If you are willing to learn, we are willing to teach and support. We know that in addition to providing the actual training, we have lots of other mechanisms to support attorneys along the way. So the trainings are recorded, so you have access to that afterwards, but also we have templates. Every project that we have has a project manager, so you have someone to go to with questions. We have subject matter experts that are PBN volunteers who really do have the expertise in that area. So you can call
Right.
them up, you can send them an email and say, okay, but on this line of this form, how should I answer that? And
Right.
you have
So for
someone there
this,
to help.
for the training on October 1st, is it free or is there a cost to it?
It
Or
is
is it,
free. We
okay.
are so pleased to offer it as a free offering. It includes lunch.
Right.
So, if nothing else,
Mm.
come for the free CLE and
Come
lunch,
for lunch.
but stay for the good opportunities for connection and engagement in our community.
Now, is it also offered online? Or do you have to be there in person?
It is only in person. So we
Okay.
do offer all of our trainings afterwards will be online, but they are not eligible for CLE credit. So if you're interested in participating, there's lots of ways, but for this conference, it's all in person.
Great. Well, Molly, I want to thank you for your time today, and I want to ask you one final question.
Sure.
What would you say to a lawyer in 1 minute or less to motivate them to sign up to be a pro bono lawyer with the Pro Bono Network? How would you motivate them?
I would say, come on down. We are happy to have you. We will make sure that you have malpractice insurance. We'll give you the training. We'll give you the support. We'll make it easy for you. We'll work around your schedule. We'll find a project that works, and you will get the opportunity to use your skills, talents, experience to support people who need it. Um, what could be better?
Well, sign me up. I will volunteer.
Hey, I'm
Uh,
going to hold you to that.
Absolutely. I'm committed to supporting. And I want to thank you again for your time. And give us your email address one more time for those who are interested in signing up.
Absolutely. Info@pbnetwork.org. And our website is pbnetwork.org. So you can find out about the conference there. Registration is open until September 10th. And yeah, if you have any questions, we'd love to answer them.
Well, Molly, thank you again for your time. And I hope our listeners see why it's important to support the Illinois Bar Foundation, because with their support, we're able to support you, and the work you're doing is so important to our citizens across the state of Illinois and to the work of what it really means to be a lawyer, to be a public citizen, and to serve the broader community. So thank you for your time and thank you for your service. And it was good talking to you today.
Thank you so much, Juan. Great to talk to you too.